Good afternoon, and welcome to Gateway CDC's first virtual winter holiday program. On behalf of the Board of Directors and the staff at Gateway CDC, it's an honor to welcome you. My name is Pat Thornton. I'm the Executive Director of Gateway CDC, and we have a wonderful program in store for you. We will have artists, virtual and performing artists. And if you stay with us until the end, you'll be able to join us for a holiday sing along with Tamara Wellons. We hope that you have a wonderful holiday season and that you stay with us and that you support our artists. Visit gatewayopenstudios.org to support the artists who are participating in this program and the artists in the larger Gateway Arts District. Again, I welcome you to the first virtual Gateway CDC Winter Holiday Celebration. And now we'll have Tamara Wellons.
Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. So glad to be with you today. My name is Tamara, and gonna open up this holiday program with you. I have Pete Chapman over here with me, and my husband Kennard Cherry, and I want to invite you all to just take a breath. That's the one thing that we get to share together in this moment. We can't be with each other physically, but we can all share in this moment, share in this breath. And I want to invite you also to see yourself as light. In many ways, light as a feather, light as in the sunshine. As I sing this song, I want you can either put your hand on your heart or just sit comfortably, just be with me. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. Oh, I am light, I am light. I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. Yeah, 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 yeah. I am light. I am light. Oh, I am light. I am light. I'm not the mistakes that I have made or any other things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. Ooh, I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all I. Ooh, is all I. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know he holds the future, and life is worth the living just because he lives. How sweet to hold a newborn baby and feel the pride and joy he gives, but greater still, the calm assurance this child can face uncertain days because he lives, because he lives, I can face tomorrow because he lives. All fear is gone because I know he holds the future, and life is worth the living just because he lives.
Hi, my name is Yulia Avgustinovich. I'm a muralist. I painted the mural for Pennyroyal Station June of this year. The mural is featuring native birds, flowers and plants of Maryland, and it's painted in collage style. Nature is my favorite theme. I like to mix black and white outline drawings together with realistic paintings and drawings and some watercolor-like elements, and this mural has all that. I definitely enjoyed my time painting this mural, meeting great people of the area from the art district, and I hope you enjoy my mural at Pennyroyal Station, and I hope that it is a good addition for the art district. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to my studio. I'm Sharon Robinson. I'm a member of the Artists by the Tracks complex in Mount Rainier, and I wanted to show you around a little bit. We're so thankful to have this virtual open studios. Of course, we would all love to be doing this in person, but since we can't, we're going to make the most of it. I wanted to share with you some of the things that I've been doing. And of course, the theme this year is art in the pandemic, of course. So this is one piece. This is called Is It Safe Yet? This is another recently completed piece that's called Queen for All Ages. And as we move around, there are some older pieces, some old, some new. But I also wanted to show you some specific things that I've been working on. So here we have a few pieces, all mixed media. These are monoprint and collage. These two. This one is acrylic and ink called Rising from the Chaos. And I was fortunate enough to be able to spend a little time out of town about a month or so ago and had time to actually sit outside and sort of take in some landscape. So departed from my norm a little bit with these small pieces. And this is also one that I recently completed called Brooklyn Bridge at Dawn. And finally, this one, which is entitled Order and Chaos. So I also wanted to show you a few things that I've done specifically for the holidays. And these are my ornaments. So I've been doing these for a few years now, and I call them my non-traditional ornaments. I could probably come up with a better name, but that's what they are for now. So they're little mini canvases, and I've been trying to come up with themes for things to celebrate holidays in a broader context and celebrate individuals that I feel are very important for all of us to remember in whatever way we like to remember them, and this is the way that I'm doing it. So this is Rosa Parks. We have Duke Ellington. And these, by the way, are two-sided. So there's always decoration no matter which way they hang. The back side of this is his famous tune, The A Train. So trying to have a little something for everyone. Have a Mona Lisa. A Jesse Owens. And Let Them Eat Cake, since it is the holidays. And then finally, Josephine Baker. So these are just a few of those that I have. So also, since the pandemic has caused just monumental shift in pretty much everybody's life, I have tried to take the time to figure out some new things to do and some projects that I had been thinking about but not had time to actually explore. So I've been trying to take advantage of downtime to really focus on new things that I could do. So one of those has been to combine fabric and paper. And these are a few pieces that I am playing with as a precursor to putting these together and actually sewing them. So eventually these may end up in something like a wall hanging or something along those lines. But in the meantime, I'm just happy to have been fortunate enough to have a studio and be healthy and have some place to go and continue my work. So thank you for joining me, and do come back in May. I'm hoping by that time, as I'm sure everyone is, that we'll be out from under some of the cloud that we're under right now, and that you'll be able to come in person and see how these things have evolved. Thank you so much.
Happy holidays, Gateway Arts District. From my family to yours, I'm David Mordini, co-founder and director of Otis Street Arts Project, located in the Artists by the Tracks complex in Mount Rainier, Maryland. For those of you who might not be familiar with us, Otis Street Arts Project is an independently run arts organization that encompasses open door studios, a maker space, and a gallery that hosts rotating regional exhibitions and sometimes international artists as well. We have a flexible event space that we use for public critiques, lectures, performance art, and even small theater. But most importantly, we have a space for community gatherings. Community is so important to us here at Otis Street Arts Project, and it's the backbone of our organization. Like so many of you, we miss that personal human interaction with our audience, our artists, our friends, our family, just human beings in general. That inspired us to create a Hello World Artists Connect video project. Our goal is to connect artists through a 15 to 30-second video that puts faces with art during this time that we so desperately crave interaction. Artists from around the world are welcome to submit videos, but I want to take this time to reach out to you, the Gateway artists, personally. We are a large and diverse community with a common goal of fostering creativity and making the world a better place to live in. This is a great way for us to all get to know each other a little better, and I hope you will be inspired to send in a video. And also to tell your friends. The more of us that submit videos, the more we can grow as a community. Now, I know making videos can be intimidating. This is meant to be really easy, quick, simple, and fun. Don't be intimidated at all. There's 5 criteria. The video has to be between 15 and 30 seconds long. Don't go over the 30 seconds. You have to start by waving and saying, "Hello world," don't forget the wave. Introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, and the medium you work in. And that's it. So a quick example would be, "Hello world, I'm David Mordini from Mount Rainier, Maryland. I'm a sculptor, installation artist, and I love 3D printing. I hope you're staying safe and well, and that we can meet in person again soon. Till that time, here's some of my work. Enjoy." All right, so that was just a quick example. You can keep it short and quick like that, or use the rest of the 30 seconds to send whatever message you'd like to send, as long as you don't go over that 30 seconds. So once you make your video, you want to send it to info@otisstreetarts.org. If you didn't have a chance to write that down, you can just Google Otis Street Arts Project. You'll be able to find our website and find more information there. Be sure to send a description along with any links, such as your website or your social media, that you would like included with the video. Once we receive your video, we'll upload it to our YouTube channel, along with any description and information you send. This is a great way through a quick introduction to get to learn more about other artists. Viewers will be able to read your description, visit your links, and leave positive comments. So once it's safe for us all to meet again, we'll take all of these videos and we'll combine them into one long video that serves as a living documentation of this time during COVID. I hope you'll be inspired to make a video and to send it in. If you have any questions, just contact us, info@otisstreetarts.org, or Google us and find us that way. I'm going to leave you with some examples of some Hello World videos that other artists in the Gateway Arts District have submitted. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. We miss you. We can't wait till we can see you in person again. Please stay safe this winter and hope to see you soon. All right, goodbye. Enjoy these videos. Take care.
Hello world, I'm Gloria Chapa and I'm a sculptor at Otis Street Arts Project in Washington, D.C. I work in various mediums, mostly trash.
Hello world, I'm Gail Friedman. I am out here in Mount Rainier and I work out of Red Dirt Studios. I'm a mixed media artist and am currently creating The Dangerous Playground.
Hello world, it's Lisa Rosenstein here in Mount Rainier, Maryland, and I create safe spaces at Otis Street Arts Project.
Hello world, my name's Margaret Boozer. I am a sculptor. I use clay and materials out of the ground, and I do work with soil scientists.
I'm the founder and director of Red Dirt Studio in Mount Rainier, Maryland. Hi, Olivia.
I'm just going to keep cutting.
Hello world.
Michelle! Hello!
Hey Gail.
Go.
Hello world, I'm Beth Curran. This is my studio at Otis Street Arts Project in Mount Rainier, Maryland. Thank you.
Hello world, I'm Alonzo Davis, and this is where I have my art practice in Mount Rainier, Maryland, USA. And I work with mixed media, which includes bamboo, painted surfaces, encaustic wax, and currently reconfiguring windsurfing sails. So this is my spot. Thank you.
World, my name is Shelley Lowenstein and I'm an artist at the Otis Street Arts Project in Mount Rainier, Maryland. I'm mostly a figurative and narrative painter and I play with mixed media. But during the pandemic, I felt compelled to do this triptych called My Brother's Keeper, about those people who wear masks and those who choose not to.
Hello world, I'm Art Douglas. I'm still here at Otis Street Art Project, doing woodwork whenever I can, and just trying to get through all this.
Hello world, my name is John Paradiso. I'm a mixed media fiber artist. My studio is at Portico Gallery and Studios. My website, john-paradiso.com.
Hello world, my name is Kirsty Little. I'm working out of Otis Street Studios in Maryland, America. I'm a sculptress. I work in porcelain and I work in wood and wire sculpture. Also, I work in single-use plastic. I wish you well at these difficult times.
Hello world,
I'm Laurel Lukashevsky. I am a ceramic sculptor at White Point Studio in Mount Rainier, Maryland. I work primarily in black stoneware and porcelain. A lot of my work is inspired by nature, both patterns from the garden and underwater. I hope one day you'll be able to visit in person, but in the meantime, thanks for viewing.
Hello world, my name is Eric Gordon. I'm at Otis Street Arts Project. I'm a painter, work in comics, zines, printmaking. Be safe out there, everyone.
Spirit, tell me where to go. Do I have to go alone? Tell me where to go. 'Cause the world's too heavy to hold. Spirit, tell me where to go to get myself out this hole. Tell me where to go. Are my dreams too bold? If you tell me, walk a mile, I'll put on my shoes. If you tell me, sit a while, I'm right here with you. And if you tell me, take your hand and lead me out into a place I don't know, I'll go. Thank you for the chance, but all this space feels just too big for me. So many things have changed, and it's not always clear to see, but I've chosen to believe. If you tell me, walk a mile, I put on my shoes. If you tell me, sit a while, I'm right here with you. And if you tell me, take your hand and lead me out into a place I don't know, I'll go, I'll go, I'll go, I'll go, I'll go. I trust you. I trust you. I trust me too. When you tell me, walk a mile, I put on my shoes. When you tell me, sit a while, I'm right here with you. And if you tell me, take your hand and lead me out into a place I don't know,
Hello, my name is Ariana Lee Kane, and I am the owner of Ocean Jasper Yoga Studio. We are new to the Gateway Arts District, and we are excited to be a part of this community. Today, I'd like to share with you a brief sound meditation. It's so important to find engaging activities that allow us to relax, especially during these times where we're feeling very uneasy. There are many emotions swirling around us. We might be feeling sad, anxious, just confused with all that's going on. On top of it being the holiday season, there may be issues swirling in our heads and concerns about being with our family members or not being with them during this time. So today I'd like to invite you to just take a moment of stillness and to join me in the community practice as we share this moment together. So sound therapy has been used for centuries as a healing modality. There are many benefits to sound therapy, including sound actually radiates through the body and allows us to feel a sense of ease and relaxation, taking away stress and worry. Sound therapy also helps us to elevate our mental clarity as well as our emotional clarity. And sound helps us to align our chakras within our body system. So think of it as a massage for your nervous system. So I invite you to sit back and enjoy this experience. Before we begin, I ask that you find a comfortable seat, whatever that may be for you. If you feel that you want to sit as I am sitting, or if you want to lie down, you may do so. If you want to stand, you can do so. But just be present in this moment. So we're going to start by taking a cleansing breath before we begin. Okay? So the breath, please follow me. Breathe in through the nose and make sure the breath goes all the way down to the belly, to the navel center. So it's a very deep breath. So here we go. Inhale through the nose. Hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's begin. oceanjasperyogastudio.com or email me personally at oceanjasperyogastudio@gmail.com. Namaste.
Welcome to the Pandemic Pivot. We have a wonderful panel discussion scheduled for you today, and you'll have an opportunity to hear directly from our artists, from our directors, from our program coordinators, just how they made the pivot during these trying times. Many of us are experiencing something that we've never had an opportunity to experience before. So we've had to do more than a paradigm shift. We've had to make that pivot. And I think that as we go along, it's very important to hear from the people who actually make the pivot. So with me today, we have a wonderful panel. And I'll begin by introducing our executive director, our program director, Michelle Darden Lee. She is the program director of the Media Arts Lab in Gateway CDC. Welcome, Michelle.
Hi.
And then we have Margaret Boozer. She's the founder and the director of Red Dirt Studio. Welcome, Margaret.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And good to have you. And we have Dino Wright. Dino is actually founder of Celebrity Boot Black. Welcome, Dino. And we have Minyote Kebede. And Minyote, we need to turn these things off. That's what happens when you're going live. Minyote actually heads up King Collective, and she's the young lady who actually produced that video that you saw, musical video where she included all of the Gateway artists. However, we're going to begin by allowing each of you to just share a little bit about how you made the pivot. And I'm going to ask Michelle to go last because she's going to introduce Minyote, and she's going to start our stream of actual artists who are making that pivot. So we'll begin with you, Dina. How have you made the pivot, and what did you do? Just that little 2-minute clip.
Hey, thank you so much, Prince George's Arts and Humanities Council, for inviting me on this panel discussion today. My service, ExecuShine Hospitality Services, doing business as Celebrity Boot Black. I've been a partner with the hospitality community in Washington for a few decades now. What I provide is the convention, trade show, shoe polishing, and coat check services for the hospitality community. Normally at this time of year, this is the peak season for hospitality. We would be going into all of our huge trade shows, and we have an inauguration on the horizon, and my service has been chosen over the last 3 presidential elections as the coat check provider for the largest inauguration event at Gaylord National Hotel. But of course, with the pandemic upon us, we don't have any coats to check. So my amazing team members, I have 2 amazing team members, Georgette Hoya and Nicole Alley. In 2018, before the pandemic has been upon us, we conceived of a concept, a subscription pickup and delivery service for my shoe polishing customers. These are the law firms, the legislative community, and hotels, boutique hotels or smaller hotels that can't support having an actual shoe polishing attendant in the lobby like we have in the larger convention properties. So in the Gateway Arts community, we opened a service there at 4303 Rhode Island Avenue. And I've gotten the word out to my clients. I also have the service at the State House in Annapolis. So a lot of my legislative clients there and the hotels. I'm also a member of the National Concierge Association and the Washington Area Concierge Association. So I'm interconnected with those that support the hospitality community, and they've gotten the word out to my clients that we have a brick and mortar facility where the shoes can be brought and we'll polish them up and get them back to our clients. Not only do I polish shoes, but I polish fine leather handbags, leather jackets, and small leather furniture. So we've been able to pivot from the traditional delivery of the service in the hotel lobbies to a brick and mortar, contactless, curbside location where we have a pickup and delivery truck where we can get products from or get from our clients, bring them to our facility, polish them up, and deliver them back. So that's been a contactless curbside service.
All right, Dino. Thank you so much for that. Now I'm going to remind our panelists that that's a 2 to 3 minute introduction on how you pivoted, because this is a short little panel. So we're going to move on to Margaret. And thank you, Dino.
Thank you, Pat. I really appreciate being here, and nice to see all of y'all in my community here. As you said, I'm the founder and director of Red Dirt Studio. We have currently 30 artists, and we're an artist incubator. And we are known for our in-person events and art shows. And of course, we're not able to do that. One of the things that we just did recently to pivot, and Pat, so nice to have you attend. We turned, instead of having open studio, we had inside out studio. So instead of inviting people to come in and see what we do, we took what we do and we put it on the outside of the building. And we had people sign up for appointments. They could come walk around the building. We had COVID wranglers, keep people at proper distance. And we had, many fewer attendants, but I think that the people that did come were really happy to have some in-person and some in-depth contact. So, it was less broad, but more deep, I think.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Margaret. And Michelle Darden-Lee, I've already introduced, is our Director of Programming at the Media Arts Lab. And Michelle, I'll give you an opportunity to share how you pivoted, not only in your position, but also give you an opportunity to introduce someone who you feel exemplifies the epitome of pivoting. So, Michelle, off to you.
Thank you, Pat. So when COVID first hit, our main goal was to help stabilize the artists. As everyone knows, the art sector was probably the hardest hit. And so there were funding opportunities that were being provided from, local government, state government, federal government. And so we spent a lot of time trying to make sure that those artists were able to, pull their paperwork together and submit to pull down some of that funding. And, like Red Dirt, we were very, we have a gallery in the space. And so we were event driven. And so all of that shut down, obviously. So we went inside and we focused on the artists, and we focused on, some of the back end operations that everybody needs to, take care of to make sure that they remain operational. We really had no idea how long this was going to last at the time. A lot longer than, any of us imagined, I think, anyway. And so from that point, we then started to talk to the artists about, what this could look like should this drag on for them, and how would they earn a living. And so, I wanted to introduce everyone to Minyote Kabeda today. She's one of our newer members, and she probably had one of the more interesting stories. She's a film producer. She produces documentaries, and she was in the middle of shooting during COVID. And so, Minyote, I'm going to hand it over to you, because I thought really people should hear about your project and what you did to make sure that you were able to maintain production.
Thank you so much for the introduction, and thank you everyone for having me. Since I've joined the lab officially as a member inside the space, we've just received so much support, and Michelle has been there to talk through so many ideas, or just, be a listening ear, but also be a guiding force. So thank you so much. Yes, so of course, right, as I'm synced. Apple syncs everything. And so my phone's on silent, but of course my computer rings. So anyways, yeah, so prior to COVID, we were in the middle of filming a docu-series, a 4-part that was highlighting Black mothers in Prince George's County that are raising champions in athletics. So top tier athletes from 12 all the way to pro. I was finishing another documentary in final steps of post-production. And then of course, working on short form video as well. And so when COVID first hit, we were we had to stop everything, understandably so. I lost a lot of gigs that were mapped out for the coming months in the spring. And it really was disheartening. I think any artist can speak to that in any field that was impacted with, your security just being ripped right under you. And so the first couple months really gave us a chance to think through, if we are able to open production back up, what is it going to look like? How are the stories now impacted by this? And at what point do you, with documentary, you're constantly having to improvise. You have a vision, but you can't write everything because it's reality. It's what's actually happening. And so we did a big pivot. We took a hiatus for a month on the project and really thought through how can we best tell this story and now write COVID as a character into the film. And so what that ended up looking like was really rerouting. We no longer had the chance to raise the money to produce a 4-part series. So we took it down to a feature-length documentary. And what we realized was that we could get more in depth with the story now. And because of COVID, we weren't going to be able to be at every single event the way we would have been able to before. And so that allowed us to really look into the mothers' lives in a way that we weren't before. So I think, with film, the beauty of this time has been really thinking through what of your story is really strong, that despite what's happening, this will still be a powerful message and story to convey. And then how do you write COVID in? How do you write the racial climate in? And luckily, my team, Lape and Mansa, who are also members at the lab, we really were able to pivot in that sense. And beyond that, I'll just quickly say that, short form video has become of such high demand during this time. And so where we went from losing all of our gigs, we've now tripled a lot of our clients and gigs just because of the need for people turning to video as a way to share their message, people turning to video as an alternative of events. And so we've been able to really make the best, lemonade that we could during this time.
Well, Mignotte, we can actually dive right in. That's why I had that segue go to you last. You must have had to expand your capacity as well. How do you do that in the midst of COVID?
Yeah, so we've actually, it's been difficult because we have to operate off a skeleton crew. So typically where we can have 10 people or 15 people on set, we now have to have 3 or 4. So we have to wear, multiple hats and definitely work a lot harder. But with that, we've really been able to bring on, production assistants who had expressed interest prior to COVID. And now in these smaller crews, we can train people, to wear some of those hats that, if the budget doesn't allow for us to have a full crew and COVID doesn't allow for us, how can we bring on people that have an interest in this, that are willing to wear multiple hats for a lower rate, not to take advantage of people, but they're production assistants. And so we've been able to bring on a couple people in that way, and then really expand and outsource throughout the arts district. And so OST was really my deep dive into the community. I had just joined the lab a couple months prior, and I met so many artists in shooting the video with Mansa for the last OST. And through that, I just kept contact with some people. And when a music video came up or a project came up, I thought this would be a good opportunity, to bring David Mordini in, or Lisa in, or Maria in. And it was just so beautiful to be able to collaborate with the artists and make sure that, their work is also getting, just as much light. And that's the beauty of film, is that it's such an inclusive medium. And, as we continue to grow and continue to do larger videos here, I'm looking forward to including more of the artists.
Well, we really appreciated your including the gateway artists after OST. And, it's really difficult to shift in a world, in a scenario that you've never experienced before. And Margaret, thank you for thanking me for coming to your event. But when we shift, when we bring people along, and when we are inclusive, and when we're open to the new paradigm, it makes it a lot easier when you have a community. And Margaret, you have a wonderful community over at Red Dirt, and you mentioned a little bit about your program, your show, and the outdoor and the indoor. Tell us a little bit about how your community is doing and how they are collaborating with each other and how things are changing.
Thank you, Pat. Yeah, so we're an incubator. We're sort of an incubator and sort of a grad school, not for credit. And a central part of what we do is it's not just renting studio space, but we have weekly seminar. When we get together, we talk about business of art, critical feedback. Are you working on a new website? Do you want us to take a look at that? Somebody else is writing an artist statement, somebody else has an exhibit up. So we do that kind of stuff, and having to shift that, we've had to shift it to Zoom, and everyone knows, there's so much Zoom fatigue. And so I guess, we're trying to think about ways to, as you're talking about, really address the situation. Like, what are the things you can do? What are the things you can't do? What are the opportunities that are available? And make the most of it. And, as Michelle and I talk about all the time, it's like good design. Like, good design is addressing the parameters and making the most of the parameters. And one of the things that we really have here is this community that's walkable. I can walk down to David Mordini's, I can walk over to Michelle's, I can walk over to the lab to get to, use that outdoor space, and how it's safe to do what in-person COVID safe interaction we can do. I'm talking about a lot of different things, but I guess it's all interrelated.
Yeah.
I really feel like the pandemic has really encouraged us to take care of our community and look at what is here, what are our resources, what do we have that we're not using? And we already have it. We don't have to go get something else. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. And I have really felt so grateful to be part of this community during this time. I don't know what the rest of the world is doing, but I'm thankful to be here.
Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can.
That's right.
That's my new slogan. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can.
Exactly.
Perfect. That'll be one of our new slogans. And actually, Margaret, you lead us right to Michelle, because you talk about the care and the need to pivot and the ability to connect with each other very quickly. And I oftentimes, if you ever hear me talk about a program or introduce Michelle Darden-Lee, I always talk about Michelle's house. You heard Vignote talk about coming to the lab only recently, the Media Arts Lab. Michelle's already told you a little bit about it, but it took a little hand holding. We had someone with us who is actually a seamstress, and she had all of these orders in place. Michelle had been helping to shepherd her and make sure that you plan and you have things in order, and she was right on point. And she had to make an immediate shift. So Michelle, I know that you had to do some hand holding. I know that you had to bring the family together. And you also did a lot of directing. And I think while you may not think that's a critical component of helping people to make this paradigm shift, I, for one, know, as Vignote said, she knows, and our community knows. So tell us just a little bit about some of those shifts and what you realized about our sense of community. Now we're talking about community. And that's what I know you have over the Media Arts Lab.
So thank you, Pat. Thank you, Margaret. The thing that makes our space unique is, I believe, the commitment to community. we're not just a co-working space, and there are a lot of spaces that do gather artists or professionals from other industries. But this particular group that we work with in the lab is not only committed to building community amongst themselves, but in Mount Rainier, in the Gateway Arts District, and specifically Prince George's County, which in a lot of times in the DMV, Prince George's County, I believe, doesn't get the recognition that it deserves. There's a lot of talent here, and everyone that I work with in the lab is committed to making sure that people are aware of what it is that we provide the DMV region. Excuse me. So the artist that you're talking about is India Shelton. She's a fashion designer in our space, and she's also a part of the cohort at D Park 3311, which is the Prince George's Arts and Humanities program next door to us. And so India, most of her revenue comes during prom season, and COVID hit in March just before prom, and she was devastated. And she'd already taken deposits for these orders, and these people were, like, what about my dress? And then all of a sudden it was like, her revenue was about to evaporate for the year. So, whenever artists in the space have projects, it's all hands on deck. So, I talked to India. A lot of the designers in the space started making masks, and India was like, well, I can make some masks, and do I have to give their money back? And so she eventually ended up offering some of her clients, designs that were, these are outfits you can wear other than prom. So she was able to pivot with them, but it took a lot of legwork. There were a couple, I think, that wanted to be reimbursed, but it took a lot of effort, and India wasn't the only one. There are some who did pretty well. Justin Boast, who's one of our artists, he's a graphic and web designer. Justin, people are now looking at graphic and web design because they have to go inside and they have to go online. So he was able to do pretty well. But India was the one that really, I really felt for her in that process. And it really is our community and the way we pull together that helps us get through these kinds of times. So, that's pretty much what we look like. It's just all hunker down, lock arms, and move forward together. And that's the only way we're going to get through this, is together. So.
Well, you see, you said it so well. That's the only way we're going to get through this as a country and as an arts district. We get through things when we hold hands and we join together and we partner and we find ways to do things. It's much easier for 2 or 3 people to do something than for one person to do it. And it's easier to accept the guidance and to accept the direction and to give help. And I think right now it's time when we need helping hands. So thank you for your helping hands. And to you, Dino, you mentioned oftentimes that you were able to take advantage of some of those grants that are posted. And I should remind all of you, if you live in Brentwood and you're a business, there's a grant that's available for you right now. It's up to $2,000, and all you have to do is fill out a form and be a business that's located in Brentwood. Many of you may not have known, though, if you're an artist, because of the commitment of Brentwood, artists are also eligible for this grant. And you mentioned Prince George's Arts and Humanities Council, and we can't have a program without mentioning our partnership with Prince George's Arts and Humanities Council and their D Park 3311, and Rhonda Dallas, because she's so supportive of many of our programs, and we are partners. And so we want to make sure that we raise up and lift up the name of our partner and what they're doing, because their film and fashion studio that is but adjacent to us is now coordinated and collaborated with us. So we certainly want to mention that, and mention that Prince George's Arts and Humanities Council has another grant that's due too. And it's due on a Monday. So you have an opportunity to simply stand up and say that you are located in a place or that you have a particular need, and you can receive these funds. These funds are actually the end of the CARES Act funds that have to be recorded by December 31st. Those checks, if you're wondering how quickly they go out, they'll be out this week because we have to write the checks this week too. So if you received any of our notices, if you want to check all those many emails, one thing that I realize is that you as artists, you as business people, you're buried. Oftentimes we judge you when you don't respond to our many, many inquiries trying to give you money. But I, for one, know that it's difficult when you're buried going through these times to lift up. So I want you to check the email and see, because everyone has to turn in everything by Tuesday. So you probably have a lot of last minute opportunities to get free money. So please do so. Dino, in a few minutes, please share how you've taken advantage of any resources that have been available and what your advice to folks would be.
Well, I'm very very vigilant on checking for all resources that are available for creative entrepreneurs like myself and artists. And I'm very grateful to be a recipient from the Prince George's Arts and Humanities Council in the first round that allowed us to keep the lights on and keep the cable going and keep our internet going. And so the announcement that there's a second round of grants is very exciting, and also the Brentwood award that was announced that's available now. I also was one of the first in line to take advantage of that also. So these resources are there, and we should take advantage of them.
Thank you so much. And that's the Brentwood COVID Relief Fund. And so you can find that. You can go to the website, or you can just call one of us and reach out, and we'll make it possible for you to. In fact, on this YouTube channel, we'll post something for you so that you can have the grants. Since many of you may not have our numbers, we need to make it accessible. We're gonna, I can't believe time goes by so quickly. I was checking the time and they were telling me that it was wrapping up. What we're going to do is we're going to go around. I'm going to begin with you, Dino, for that round of 1 minute. 1 minute. We're going to have a 1 minute close, and then we can go around and just say what you may not have been able to say while we've been talking that you think folks need to know. Dina, you're first.
Well, I like to say, to all of us that, these times we all have our own personal stories to tell. And like many Americans at this time, almost 300,000 Americans, my family has been impacted with the tragedy of the COVID-19 pandemic. So I'd like for all of us to remain vigilant and to mitigate and follow the guidelines of science and protect ourselves and protect others during this period. The vaccine, of course, is now being unveiled, but I want all of us to know that we still have to adhere to the guidelines that were in place before the vaccine. So I just want everybody to know that for the arts community to thrive, we have to pull together and protect ourselves and protect others.
Minyote?
I guess the only thing that I would add is more just, gratitude. I think I'm still a resident in DC, but slowly working on that. But being welcomed during COVID, a time where I've been working basically 5 years unpaid, trying to get my career going. And though accolades have come and notoriety has come, income hadn't. And so when COVID first hit, it really was, I just felt like I wasn't catching a break in terms of when is going to be the opportunity to start going. And I think just, the combination of hard work and dedication and a good community and support just really propels all of us. And I think that's what this year has taught me, is just, you never know when that turn is happening. And I think that just, I'm so grateful to be in the arts district now, and just have a community where, like Margaret said, you can walk down the street. I broke my foot, so I haven't been walking as much lately, but just walk down, and see a community where, you get hellos everywhere you go, and you just see, it's just a different environment and a different culture, and it's a breath of fresh air.
Thank you. Margaret.
I guess I want to say I'm really thankful for opportunities like this where we can connect and we can broadcast out and invite other people in and let them know how to tune in, because we have lots more stuff in the works. So I appreciate the opportunities for days like today.
Thank you so much. And I end as I began with Michelle.
I think what I want to say is a little more personal for me. I want everyone to know how deeply I miss you all. In the lab, we hug a lot. It's a family environment. And physical touch facilitates human connection, which I believe fuels creativity. It's the energy and the driver for our best work. And I really miss that. I miss you all, and I cannot wait until this is over. So it's just my 2 cents.
Well, that's a wonderful 2 cents. You see why I say it's Michelle's place? It's like home. And that's what Gateway is like. The Gateway Arts District is like home. We have many partners. We invite you to go to the gatewayopenstudios.org website. We invite you to support the artists, but more importantly, to Michelle's tenor and kind of switch, care for somebody, say hello to somebody. You can't hug somebody, but share some love today. So I thank all of you panelists for joining us. Margaret Boozer, Dino Wright, Minyote, Kebede. I'm getting there, Minyote. And lastly, we thank you. We thank Michelle for running such a wonderful lab. We invite you to join our community. And we also are going to invite you to come on at the end. If you heard Tamara Wellons sing at the beginning, we have a treat in store for you. Join us in less than 20 minutes at the end of the program when we open up and have a holiday sing-along. So thanks to the panelists and thanks to you, those who are viewing, and please support your local artists.
Hi, my name is Dino Wright, Celebrity Boot Black, and welcome to my workshop studio. I'm located at 4303 Rhode Island Avenue, Suite 314. Celebrity Boot Black is a curbside, contactless subscription leather cleaning, polishing, and conditioning service. I specialize in everything from cleaning your fine leather footwear, designer handbags, leather jackets, and small leather furniture. You can make an appointment, give me a call at area code 301-518-9723 or go to our website at www.celebritybootblack.com and give us a look. See you soon.
I began creating art in the year 2014, following an inner voice that summoned me so relentlessly, I had no other choice but to succumb to that calling. From there, my art journey began. I love the intensity of rich, vibrant colors, and witnessing a painting travel from the human eye to the heart to the soul. My dreams get so deep, I go into other worlds, both literally and figuratively. A lot of times I am flying, and when I wake up, I have to reset. It's like I've landed on a planet for the very first time. And when I am working on art, I am in my most balanced state. I feel safe and worthy. My work definitely has a greater purpose outside of myself. So that's part of what inspires me to push forward and remember why I am creating. I incorporate a lot of healing practices, of prayer and meditations. I grew up with a lot of applied pressures to be excellent. That, plus being a bit of a perfectionist, and the added effects of severe childhood trauma, caused me to delay the completion of many projects, from taking forever to sometimes never completing them at all. So with this particular piece, being able to complete each positive cloud, adjective, one by one, was liberating and is liberating every time I look at it and feel it. It's still a work in progress, but I can already tell it's going to be very powerful and do a lot of good. I love creating dimensions and textures, and for those who cannot see the art with their physical eyes, to be able to still experience it by way of feel. Those would be the rare and special times that I can make myself comfortable with my artwork being touched. It's just that sacred. I consider myself to be an entrepreneur. I founded a company called Inspire World, which sums up a great deal of my purpose here on earth. I love to make my fine art available to the public for purchase, as well as the items that I create mostly by hand that serve as great one-of-a-kind gifts and keepsakes. Start today, you and me, understanding nature, evolving, gracious signs, symbolizing goodness, symbolic kind, nourish your soul, educate your mind, fill your life with art, treasures you will find, collect them one by one.
someone. You know why? They will feed you for a lifetime.
Hi, my name is Tamara Wellons, and this Saturday I am going to be leading a community sing for the 2020 Gateway Arts District virtual holiday program. I'm really looking forward to leading you all in song and having a good time. It's going to be on YouTube Live, so please come one, come all, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there. All right. All right. Okay, here we are. We're getting down to the community sing part. Now, I know those of you who are on the Zoom, you've been sitting for a little while, so you might need to get up and stretch a little bit, okay? I don't have much room to stretch here, but if you are at home, put your arms up real high. Woo! Stretch it out. I don't want to hit that bass over there. Roll your shoulders back. Come on now. I can't see you, so I just trust that you're doing this with me, okay? Roll them back. Help them out, Pete. Roll them forward. Woo! Let's see. Let's roll your necks around, okay? Singing is one of those things that's really, it's not a foreign language to me. It's never been foreign to me. Y'all can keep on stretching while I'm talking, or snap your fingers. But for some people, it's really like a foreign language. It's like, oh my God, you want me to sing? But, and sometimes people go back to their childhood to find that deep little hurt child and heal through that. Well, I want you to go back, not to find any deep hurt child, but I want you to go back into that innocent child, the one who would sing loud and sing strong and didn't care who was watching and was just like as happy as can be because their favorite song was on, or at least a song that they knew. So I want you to be that child. Reach out to that. All right, we're gonna snap, okay? Your job, your only job, is to connect with yourself. And in doing that, we are all connected. Michelle, I know what you mean. You know, we miss hugging each other and seeing each other in person. But when you connect with yourself, believe me, we're all connected. So let's do that. All right, we're ready? If you're in the Zoom room, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to sing. If you know, somebody may have needed to get like their eggnog or some wine or bourbon, you know, whatever it is for you. So we're gonna start with S, or we'll do the go. All right. We were having a good time and just thinking about all the different songs that come to mind when we're doing a sing-along. But we're gonna start with one that everybody can sing, okay? It's Go Tell It on the Mountain. The lyrics are gonna be on your screen, so you can sing along with me, okay? Go tell it on the mountain. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ was born. While shepherds kept their watching on silent flock by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountains. I know those words were different, but you can sing this part. Everywhere, that's my fault. Tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ was born. Let's sing that chorus again. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ was born. Behold, throughout the heavens there shone a perfect light. Here we go. Upon an if I'm a Christian, I am the least of all. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ was born. One more time, the chorus. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. See, I got my words from out of that red Baptist hymnal. You know, I know all the pages on it. And Here we go. You ready for the next one? Let it snow. All right. All right, who's ready for some snowy weather? Yeah. Here we go. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since you've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. And it doesn't show signs of stopping. And I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. And the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire I'm slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, I was supposed to hear you on that last part. Now we're gonna have to, I'm gonna have to let you unmute at some point because I do want to hear some of your voice. As a matter of fact, can you unmute now if you're on Zoom? No?
Yeah, you can.
Hey.
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 Let me hear you say la la la.
La la la.
That inner child now.
Tamara, you know, the Zoom timing is so off that we can't sync up with you.
Oh, yes, I expected that. But at some point, I'm going to have, whether we're off or not, I want to hear all your voices, okay?
I want to tell you, I'm singing out loud in the studio, and it's awesome.
Great. Okay, good to know. All right, if you're on, you can mute now and sing along with me, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack frost snipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. What do you say? Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe helps to make the season bright. This is your own solo, so you sing it now. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. They know that Santa's of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Though it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. Sing with me. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all right. You know, when you can't remember the title of a song, you always say what the first verse is. You know, it's like, oh, come on, everybody, let's sing Hang All the Mistletoe. Who's done that before? Well, this Christmas is our song. And guess what? Well, I got to ask you, I know this is a sing-along, but I got to talk to you too. How many years has it been since this song was released? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Come on, y'all. I'm looking in the chat. No? Okay. 50 years. 50 years. Put your hands up like that. Let me see. All right. Here we go. Hang all the mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know you better. You singing now. This Christmas, and as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You gotta do that part, okay? Play the bass with me. Presents and cards are here. My world is filled with cheering you. This Christmas, and as I look around, your eyes outshine the town, they do. This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright, and we're caroling through the night. And this Christmas, sing to the top of your lungs, a very special Christmas for me. And this Christmas will be, you gotta put your head back, Christmas for me. Yeah. Shake her head, shake her head. Wish you Merry Christmas. Oh. All right. So we're getting down to the last song. And let let me see. We can go ahead and sing. And I want to hear you, okay? Here we go. Well, I'll tell you when to unmute. And for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for being a part of this and singing at home and bringing some cheer to yourself and to loved ones and connecting with yourself. Like I said, when we connect with ourselves, we connect with each other. All right. You ready? Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in golden days. Happy golden days of yours. Take a breath right here. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us virtually once more. Through the years, we all will be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star upon the highest bough. So have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Jingle all the way. All right, everybody. So lovely to be with you. Thank you, Pat and Michelle and Tia and all the people working behind the scenes and the panelists. And hope you all have a really Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, all of the above.
And the same to you. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Yes, happy holidays. Let's give a round of applause for Tamara Wellons and her accompaniment. Let's just give her a real huge clap. American singer, songwriter, producer. Please mention the names of your accompanist.
Oh, yes, this is Kennard Cherry, my wonderful husband.
All right.
Oh, KennardCherry.com. He wanted me to plug his website
Give
too.
the plug. KennardCherry.com.
Yes, Domain Symbols is his also his symbols company.
And your other companies?
Domain Symbols. Yes, he has a small business. He sells symbols.
Okay.
Yes, and we have Pete Chapman over here.
Hi, Pete.
Hi, Pete.
All right.
Peter's a wonderful producer, keyboardist. We've been playing forever together, and we actually came out with a song this season. It's called "Dear Life." So if you go on iTunes, Apple, Apple's is iTunes, Tidal, all the streaming places, you can find our song. It's called "Dear Life," made by the three of us. So.
All right. Well, thank you very, very much. That was quite enjoyable, especially when I turned my mic off.
Yeah.
I heard somebody had their mic on, and I welcome that.
Yes, yes. Zoom doesn't permit us to fully enjoy, but it was a nice close one, and we want to thank all of the viewers for joining us for this our first winter holiday program.
It's good.
And we're going to invite you. You had a good time, Zeno? Thank you so much.
This was so cool.
I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself, and we hope all of the viewers have enjoyed themselves as well. We're going to invite you to go to gatewayopenstudios.org. That's gatewayopenstudios.org, and support the local artists. We invite you to sign up to our Gateway Artbeat app. You're on the Gateway Artbeat channel. The YouTube channel is Gateway Artbeat, and that's our collaboration of Gateway CDC with all of the other enterprises and studios in the area. We want to thank our production team, of course. We have Pierre Walcott, who likes to stay in the background, but he heads up Creative Edge, and Pierre keeps us on track, and he's one of our primary supporters of Gateway and everyone. Pierre just supports everybody. And we have Kiana Clark, DMV League of Artists. She's also the curator for Gateway CDC. All the wonderful art, my little background, and all of our branding was done by Kiana Clark. We know and love her. And we have Michelle Darden-Lee. We know Michelle is our director, program director for the Media Arts Lab. We're going to have Michelle wave. We're going to come back to Michelle, and we certainly want to thank Samuel Surafal. Now, Samuel has been behind the scenes. We're going to give you a big shout out because we know you're not going to show yourself, Sam. But Sam is our producer. This is our second production with Samuel. He's bringing us along. We went a few more steps this time, and next time we'll go a few more. But we love Samuel. He keeps us together, and he keeps us calm, and he's so fluid. And so, Samuel, we thank you for making us look good and for producing this for us. And our producer of the day is Tia Kane.
Yay, Tia!
Of Artbox DC. That's Tia Kane. She coordinated, run of show, brought all these artists in, bringing everybody together. We really love Tia, and she's done just a yeoman's job.
Amazing job.
Certainly appreciate
amazing.
Now we are all a team, but Tia was heading us up. Tia was telling me what to do, and she put us in order.
I can believe that.
You're a good leader, you know when to relinquish it. So Tia, you led us very well, and we appreciate you for doing that. And
yes, amen.
I want to give Michelle Darden-Lee an opportunity to give us a little bit of that Michelle home appeal and speak out to us from your heart and your closing message, Michelle, as being one of our directors.
Wow. It really is sweet. I want everyone to stay safe. And happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa. Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year.
Blessings.
That's a wonderful way to end. I certainly wish you a happy holiday. We hope that you stay safe. And we hope that you reach out to touch somebody today. Reach out to not only help an artist, but to help somebody today. I love each and every one of you. I love my staff and this team for pulling this together. We're all stretching during these times. But if you reach out and help somebody, you don't know how much that will warm your own heart.
Right.
So,
amen.
From the Gateway CDC, thank you so much, Sharon, for joining us. From Gateway CDC, from our board of directors, from our team, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday. Signing off, and stay well.
All right. Beautiful.
Are we off? Thank you so much, Dino. Thank you.
Beautiful. I loved it. I loved it. That was awesome.
That was wonderful.